and then you have a baby, and then what? Things are stretched out. Things are
What?
Have you ever had a dream that you could do?
I'm preaching there. I'm doing some preaching right there, boy. I tell you.
If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rick.
This is Deb.
And this is LMC Talk, where we talk about love, marriage, and of course everything can be discussed over a great cup of coffee.
That's right.
That's what's up. Okay. So, as you guys have been seeing, we've been off for a few weeks. And there's a reason for that. It's this one. Okay. She has not been feeling well. Tell us what happened, babe.
Okay, so it was my eye, you guys. I had an infection in my eye. My eye was very much swollen. And he tried to tell me that he wanted me to come on camera with my swollen eye, and that was a negative for me. So
she's like, nah, it's not gonna work.
Here we are. And I'm feeling better.
You're feeling a lot better today,
yeah,
right?
I'm feeling better and I'm excited. I missed you guys, and I hoped you missed us too.
Okay. And she did not get a swollen eye because I punched her in it.
What the hell are you doing? Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
It's not what happened.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here.
Can you imagine that? It'd be like, oh, I had a swollen eye. You have the glasses on while I'm here. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about how she got that, all right? Don't you care about that. Don't worry, all right? Don't glad. All right, so today we got to talk about an interesting topic. It's something that I think it's a pretty broad topic, but I think there's a few points we can probably start off with. But let's start off with a tidbit first, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right, go ahead, babe.
All right, so is love enough for a relationship to survive? Being in love is not enough to help a relationship survive, and neither is being happy. Even if happiness is your primary goal, the happiness you're feeling in your relationship could be temporary. Falling in love releases euphoric hormones in your body, such as dopamine and oxytocin. So that's it.
All right, cool. So basically, the reason why we're going this direction, right, is because we have a topic that we're going to cover. But before we do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about Mena and Safaree. Okay, so they've been in the media like a lot lately because of what's been happening.
A lot, yeah.
And tell me a little bit about what's going on with both of them.
Well, so Safaree and Mena, they've been married, I think, probably a year now.
Is it a year?
Yeah, I think it's about a year they've been married.
Wait, don't they have like two? No, they have one kid and then one on the way.
So she had a son before.
Yes.
Right.
But
and
with
then
Safaree, how many
with
kids?
With Safaree, she has a little girl.
Yeah, she has one kid with Safaree.
Right. And actually, she just had another baby, but I think it's a preemie. So the baby came early.
Okay.
And
so both of those kids are for Safaree.
Both of them are for Safaree.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So the problem, they're having marital issues. It's so much to unpack in this because I don't feel like we should even know this much. But because they share this much, then
especially Safaree,
right? No, Erica does too, but
only when Safaree does.
True, but that is true. So because they share this much, then of course we, the public, are going to chime in,
and we're going to have
our and we're going to have our opinions on what's going on. So here we are. So they had a baby, and I used to like Safaree, you guys, and keyword is used to. Heavy on the used to. Right now, they're going through marital issues, and it's fine. We all do, right? But where this is stemming from is he posted on his social media, on Instagram, I believe, or Twitter, and said getting married to Erica was the worst decision of his entire life.
And he said that on Twitter.
He said that on Twitter. Now, who says that? Who says that?
Yeah, that's just a
in public
ticking time bomb. That's
in public. Who says that to their wife, much less in public to the world?
Bomb just landed.
With over 2 million followers. Who says that?
Was she pregnant at that time?
I think maybe she was. We didn't know with the second child, but we didn't know.
Yeah.
She had the first child.
So apparently he thinks that this was a lot of work.
Right, because I have this here. If you want, if you want to read it. Right here.
I watched a clip of Safaree and Erica Mena, and I remember that man putting in
Okay,
some...
hold on. Before he even gets to that. So now they're on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
I think they're on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So someone is chiming in based on that Love and Hip Hop and what we all watched.
Okay, cool. So this person is saying, I watched a clip of Safaree and Erica Mena, and I remember that man putting in so much work to get her until she finally gave in, got married, had his kids, and now he's uninterested. So many like the idea of a chase, but then don't put in as much effort once they get it. It's sad. Wow, bro. So this is, okay.
I watched this guy.
All right, before we get into that, right? Because, it's a couple different things, man. I was rooting for that. All right, anyway.
We were all rooting for you. We were rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Who said it again? No,
Tyra Banks. I was rooting for him too.
No, but because what we wanted to do as a topic was, is love enough?
Apparently not. Well, for him, it's not. Because, I mean, if it's beauty, she got it. If it's body, she got it. Celebrity status, she got it.
Yeah, she got it, yeah.
If it's money, she got it. She on TV. I'm even going to go extra. If you want long hair, she got it. If it's light skin he want, she got it. If it's a big booty he want, she got it. If it's boobs she wanted, she got it. So what's your problem? They have a big old house that they just bought in Atlanta. Like a beautiful house. So if it's a big old huge house you want, you got it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's two different things, because if you love the person, my thing is that love should be a foundational thing where it doesn't matter what you guys are going through, everything else can leave. But if you have love, that foundation, that should stick. That should be the first part of it.
So
okay?
It wasn't.
So to me, they weren't in love. I'm just saying. My thing is love should conquer all.
Yeah, Safaree was in lust. I think.
How you gonna be in lust and you do all of that? You may get married, you get kids.
Yeah, you could do that, because what happens is sometimes you can tend to think lust is love. You know,
you can mix the two up.
You can mix them up and think lust is love. I think he was in lust and he didn't realize he didn't realize it in the beginning, because when the thrill of the chase of getting the girl that you wanted, didn't want you in the beginning, and now you got her, so now you got her, you feel like, I gotta bag her, I gotta marry her. Wow, and then now that you got her, and I don't even, my opinion, I don't think Erica was like totally like head over heels with Safaree, but what I do respect about Erica is she decided to...
She gave him the chance, especially because...
She gave him a chance, but also decided to just be mature and settle down and try to really make this work.
Really make
just
it work.
Even watching them on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I seen Erica, she could wild out. And she's really, you could see her really trying like, why are we here? So he gonna say on Love and Hip Hop that he didn't know that having kids was
the
this
part
hard.
that disappointed me too, man.
I realized having a kid was this much work, so that's why I said I don't want no more kids. It's a lot of work. I didn't know it was this much work.
Disappointed me too, man.
How old are you?
I'm like rooting for Safaree because we all saw the public things that he went through with Nicki Minaj, because he was publicly with her at the beginning, and then he got out of the relationship because it was pretty toxic and Nicki didn't show him any respect, it looks like, with a lot of things that she did, and then he moved on. He kind of created a little bit of a character.
Meanwhile, Nicki knew something we didn't know, is what that is.
he kind of developed somewhat of a character on these shows, and he had a great big personality. He wore fur all the time. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about with Safaree. And when he settled down, man, I was rooting for him. I'm like, man, he's doing his thing. Because he looked like the type of guy.
Black community.
He looked like the type of guy that will probably do well with like kids in a home. And
I really thought so too.
Yeah, I thought he would do well.
He looks like he would do so well with kids.
But then all of a sudden, like,
Erica had said at one point that he's too into himself, so he doesn't even have time. Because when he said that,
it feels like that now.
Yeah.
I didn't see it at the beginning. Well, we know he's into himself when he wasn't attached to anyone, and he was like.
But he still is.
But now he's attached to Erica, and it just feels like though he gave up. I'm like, well, how are you gonna say like a grown man be like, hey, you know, I didn't know it was gonna be this amount of work that I had to basically stop what I was doing, or maybe slow down what I was doing. Yes, you can't go to the clubs all the time, all night no more. You have a kid, you can't just.
So he wasn't ready to grow up.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't ready to grow up.
I was like, man, this is.
I have somebody here that says, it's still talking about the Love and Hip Hop. It's saying it's Safaree saying he didn't know a baby was that much work for me. What did he think raising another human being was going to be like?
Yeah, and people take that for granted. They don't really know that kids cost a lot of time, no matter if you have money. Because
in this instance, it's not money, it's the time.
Because you can get babysitters, you can get, but what are you doing? Making the babysitter
raise your child.
Yeah, instill everything that you need your child to grow up with.
Because he's saying that she changed, meaning.
Of course she changed.
Of course she changed. She had a baby. Yeah, so she's growing up. She's growing up. So
and this is the same thing we've been talking about all this time. We're saying that in a relationship, if you don't think that things are not going to change, when a baby comes to change, when a job comes to change, when you guys move from one place to the next, things are changing constantly. And after even 25, 30 years of people being together, we still hear couples saying, man, I can't believe this change in my wife or my husband. But you're at the beginning.
All right, and
you're
then
at the
starting point. And then what's worst for me is that, so they had the baby early. So the baby's still in NICU, right?
Yeah,
and I'm watching him on social media, and I'm cringing every moment I see him. I'm about to just block him because I can't take no more. He is like in Jamaica wilding out, having the best time of his life, while his wife is going back and forth from the hospital home
the baby's
to take care of
home yet.
The baby's not home yet, the new baby. That's and crazy. She's going back and forth so she could spend time with the baby that they have at home, and then going to the hospital to make sure that she builds a bond with the baby. Now, there is some portion of the relationship where maturity got to kick in. Okay, say you and Erica are not on good terms, you and your wife are not on good terms. When does it end where you become a mature individual as a man to say, all right, let's put our marriage aside for now. Let's be there for our child together.
Yeah. And sometimes you're wondering,
where's his headspace?
Is there more that we're not seeing? Because you see all these negative things happening right now. Is there more behind it that we're not even seeing? Where is Erica really a horrible person?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. She's the biggest monster you've ever met. That's still your children. That's your firstborn son that's in NICU right now. So it doesn't matter.
Correct.
It doesn't matter.
You're absolutely correct. And one day the son is going to see this.
He will.
And the narrative. How it's coming out on social media is exactly how he's going to portray it.
It's like my father didn't want me. He was not interested. I mean, when your child is in NICU, it's very touch and go. I'm sending prayers up for her and her little son, but it's very touch and go. This is not a moment. I don't care if it was his birthday. This is not a moment for you to be in Jamaica wilding out while your baby is in NICU. You both created this child together.
To be completely honest, I couldn't even concentrate no matter where I go. Because even if it was my birthday, I would say, hey, social media, I'm spending my birthday at home and going back to what do you call it?
Atlanta?
IQ, what do you call this thing?
NICU.
And going back to going back and forth to NICU, I'm spending my birthday this way because I need my son to be fine. That's how I think I would have handled it, or most guys probably would, because that's a serious thing, man. And I'm pretty sure that at some particular point in his life, he's gonna look back and probably say, I can't believe I did this.
Yeah. He just disconnected from it all.
this is the other thing though. Now the topic of course is love enough, and I think that love should be foundationally enough. But if you started out like this where you literally just going through lust and you're looking at body and physical features all the time, then things are gonna come up. Maybe he, even in the NICU situation, maybe that's a lot for him. I don't know, but this is the first part of your relationship.
At one point, he said he didn't want her to have another baby because he didn't like how much weight she gained the first time.
Why you don't want another one? Because I got too big during my pregnancy.
No, I didn't
Tell
say
them.
that. Yeah, see, first of all, I
Thank
never
you.
said that.
How immature is that?
Bro.
So he's still, which is fine for you to be in your physical, but I mean, she could work that off like she's doing right now. So I just think for him, love wasn't enough, and he's showing who he really is.
This is not foundationally what marriage is all about.
It's not.
Okay, if you love somebody, it's not supposed to be just physical things because those things can fade away. All those things can go. After a couple of years, gravity can kick in. Okay? Okay? And things start drooping. And things start hanging. And then what? And then you have a baby, and then what? Things are stretched out. Things are
what?
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
No, I don't.
What?
Man, I don't mean like that. I'm gonna say like things, expand.
Don't be letting these people think that's me, because I'm together. I'm all the way together. So please rearrange and correct that statement, sir. Please and thank you. Please and thanks.
I'm not trying to say you. I'm just saying like things change, like physically, especially physically, and even emotionally, there will change when things are happening. If you're having a baby, emotionally, the woman is a total different person, and if the guy is going through a job transition and he's not sure where his next job is coming, there's times where people headspace is totally different. They're inside their heads. Okay, things are absolutely. Anyway, but I'm just saying, love should be foundational, and it should not be like the physical thing about it, because that can change. It should be what?
No, I just had something to say, and I wanted to know what you thought about this.
Okay, go ahead.
This person here on Instagram said, my homeboy's mom told me she didn't stay with her husband for 38 years because of love. She stayed because that's the person that has always had her back. She said someone having your back is deeper than love, because people that love you give up on you all the time. What do you think about that?
Wow. With love, you can actually say you love your car, right? You can say you love your shoes. Mm-hmm. This one.
Yeah.
You can say you love your shoes. You can say you love your car, right? You can say, hey, my car is beautiful. I love my car. But what happens when that car starts giving you issues? All right? After you drive it off the lot, right?
It's not like somebody that got your back, though.
Okay, so you drive it off the lot. You're completely like elated that this car is yours. What happens after a month or two? Even if it's a big name car, you would get a Mercedes.
It's true.
After a month or two, you're like, okay, I got a Mercedes, and now, and then you're so used to it to the point where something breaks down. A few years down the line, you have it for like 8-9 years now, and something breaks down. Sometimes you go to the mechanic, and what they'll say, for you to fix this car, it's probably easier for you to purchase a new one instead of you actually fixing the car. It's gonna cost you less. So, in a relationship, same thing, okay? After years of being in a relationship, a lot of people say, you know what? What it's gonna cost me to come back from this, right? It's better if I go out and get somebody new, and especially with somebody with money.
And I think this is what was happening with Safaree. I think he went so way out there. I think that he feel like it's no way for him to come back, so he just kept going. Because after he said so much, and then he started doing so much, and he saw all that negative review, he's like, I don't think I could come back from this, so he just kept going.
So it's not just love, people. Well, I think that love is the foundation. I mean, she thinks that love is not enough, but I think love is the foundation. And if you love somebody, then, you know, you love that car no matter what, then you're going to fix that car even if it costs you more than what the car is worth. Ooh, I'm preaching there. I'm doing some preaching right there, boy, I tell you.
If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is
Yeah, so, but I'm just saying, like, for real. So, whatever it's gonna cost you, remember, it could cost you years. If somebody gets in an accident and loses their leg, or something happens physically in your relationship, and you married that person because of that physicality, then you're now looking at maybe the next 15 years of you taking care of that person. Now, is it worth for you taking care of that person for that 15 years? Is it worth the time and effort? Yes, it is, because love is supposed to conquer all. And love is supposed to cover a multitude of things. It's in the Bible too, multitude of sins.
Of sins, yeah.
Yeah, so what's the moral of the story, man? I mean, I'm so, like, I can't believe what Safaree is doing right now, to be completely honest. I'm, like, so disappointed.
It's just,
but
yeah, it's
we
so
gotta
much
get
thoughts.
to,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so
but we
much
got to get
thoughts.
to the,
Like,
we don't want to keep going, but I'm telling you, my thing, the moral of the story is, on my side, is that love is enough because it's foundational, and you were saying love is not enough because of what?
if love was enough, Safaree would not be in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If love was just enough, because I'm sure there was some kind of love for you to merge and get a house together. So it's like, after the foundation of love, because you said love is the foundation, that is accurate. But after you've had the foundation of it, what happens in the roots and the branches and everything else, if it's not, it's like it's supposed to be so embedded in everything that you do.
Everything you do.
It has to be everything that you do. Even in something as simple as this, I saw this and I thought it was the cutest thing. Me and my husband both woke up randomly at 2 a.m. yesterday. Instead of going back to bed, we spent the next few hours in the dark chatting and laughing about random stuff we've been through over the years. Nice reminder why being married to your best friend is lit. It's like the little stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
It's like those little things that, you know, I'm sure, because I saw how bad he wanted her.
Because you can like say you love the person, but you're not like showing.
You're not showing.
By showing up. And then
No,
now
man.
you don't even know if it's even repairable when it comes.
For me, that wouldn't be
closer.
repairable because you first of all, we just married for a year. So we still in the new, right? And we in the new.
Let me ask.
In the new, and
let me ask something.
You saying in Jamaica, you saying I'm the worst thing, that biggest mistake you've ever made?
Let me ask you this something, right? Do you think that I'm stressed out. But you think that the first part of your relationship, like the first year, 2 years, 3 years, is the most difficult years because you're learning?
No, man. That to me, the first couple of years, you balling out.
You're right.
To me,
But I don't know. Well, I don't know.
For me,
yeah.
I don't know for you, but for me, the first couple of years is when you balling out because everything is cute. The way you burp is cute. Oh, look at him. He farted. It's cute.
That fart I have at 3. Can you push that up to now?
Very good, sir.
Everything is cute in the beginning. Like everything is so cute. Everything he's picking his nose. Why are you doing that? He's so cute.
But babe, I've seen situations where people, the first couple of years is hard for them because remember, these people are coming from being single. So basically a lot of times they're trying to adjust, and because of the adjustment, it's harder for them to move in with somebody. I've heard relationships where it's harder in the first part and then it gets better as the years go on, but I understand what you're saying because it should have a butterfly phase where
that's the first part.
So they should still be technically
in butterfly phase. They should be in butterfly mode, like period. Like you look at me, it's butterflies. You should just see butterflies just flying through my mouth, my nose, everywhere because it's like you're in butterfly mode phase. No, you know what I'm saying? It's like physically flying everywhere. You can literally see the butterflies. Like to me, those first couple of years though, that's supposed to be, you know, when it start getting hard, the nitty gritties after that 3-year mark and going in, like, so.
We done all these trips.
We
done
did
done
all the
these
trips.
things. One now.
We in the bed. He farts under the sheet. It's not cute anymore.
Hello? Who's there? What's going on?
And you just want, you really contemplated in the bed if you should just pack your bag and just drive and just never look back. You know what I'm saying?
God.
There are times when you feel like, I don't want to do this. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But right now, being 1 year or 2 years in a relationship and just having kids, this should be the happiest time with your spouse.
Oh my God! Even when we
away
just
from
had
your
kids,
spouse.
we had so much fun. It was our excuse to go to Disney. We would go to Disney.
Yeah.
2 times a year, Universal. It was our excuse,
parks,
right? It
everywhere.
would be our excuse to be big kids again and just have fun. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the first part shouldn't be as hard as they're making it, especially eat and see. So that means money is not everything, because with money, they're still not having as much fun as I think we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, when we started getting,
we were pretty broke.
Right.
In the beginning.
Pretty broke. And then when we started to really have to dig deep and pray is after a couple years into it, and you starting to think like, so how we gonna make this really work, like for real? Like, so you're saying I gotta love all of you, like all of this foolishness all the time, like, and you talking about forever, ever, forever, ever, and you starting to come, and that's tough, right? But it should be the easiest part right now.
It should be the easiest part. Okay, so I totally agree. All right, so we already talked about the moral of the story and everything else. So that's, I think we should just leave it right here, because there's so much. Yeah. Again, I'm just disappointed because, my God, man.
But him one day at Jamaica, pan the river, pan the bank, kick up your shoes because your shoes them. Hey. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, he in Jamaica wilding. Yeah, he could be wilding at home.
Yeah.
You have a big old house.
Take care of what's going on in the house. Make sure your baby is fine. And then after that, you guys can have a full week, 2 weeks of just doing your thing. Anyway, I'm just disappointed. Anyway.
I'm disappointed, but I'm still wishing them all the best.
Yeah, I hope they do come back.
You know,
together.
I wish the baby, like the little boy, he's a little cutie. I haven't seen his face, but I've seen him from behind. I'm wishing them much love and much success, because we do believe in marriages, and I pray that they could come back from this. You know, I'm still rooting for you. I'm still rooting for them, you know, as a couple.
Too, Safaree.
I'm rooting for them as a couple. You know what I'm saying? Go your yard, my youth.
So, thank you so much again, everybody, for watching LMC Talk, where we talk about love, marriage, and of course, everything can be discussed over a great cup of coffee.
You don't know?
That's how I haven't even taken a sip of my coffee the whole time, because I'm like
so
on
mad?
10. I'm on 10, Safaree. Come on, bro. Making us look like. Anyway. So, thank you so much, everybody. Just go ahead and comment down at the bottom. What do you think about this whole situation?
Would you take him back?
Comment
below. I want to know, would y'all take him back? I know, even though I'm wishing them all the best, that would be a very hard no for me.
Oh, jeez.
It's a hard no for me. You can't even come back to the house.
Say it's a hard no, because
you can't even come back to the house. Not after I see the shenanigans that I'm seeing on the Instagram story. Like, you cannot come back to the house for me. You could see the kid, but you cannot come back to the house, because how dare you? You really tried it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Safaree Samuels. Ugh.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Is that his first name or?
Safaree Samuels is the last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But his name is Safaree, though.
Safaree, yeah. And she named Erica Samuels now.
You should have known Erica. His name is Safaree. You want to be in the wild.
Wild. For real. Why his mama named him that? That's true.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching.
Go home.
We're talking about love, marriage, and of course everything can be discussed over a great cup of coffee. See you guys next week. And subscribe. Remember to smash the notification button. Alright, so we'll see y'all. See y'all next week.
Big ups.
Peace. Go home.
I don't even want to be Jamaican right now. I don't even know why I talk Jamaican, because Safaree made me don't even want to be Jamaican right now. He making us look bad. He making y'all look bad. That's exactly how you look on his story. I've seen enough dance before, but I never seen a dance like this. Bye, y'all.
Father, I want Bob that boy. Wow, boy.
It's the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell.
This episode is brought to you by Life Boost Coffee, the healthiest, tastiest cup of coffee possible. Pesticide-free, low-acid, and GMO-free. I know we need our Life Boost coffee to start our day. Go to the Life Boost link in description to receive 50% off your purchase.